Hey Internet Harris here. Have you ever been sitting in your psychology class wishing that you could have been Pavlov's dog? No? Okay. Have you ever wished that you could get up on time and stay up and not be rushed in the morning? Okay, me too. This is the Pavlok 3. It's a weird watch. It's kind of a fitness tracker, kind of a torture device. But no, it's a habit changer. It uses shocks and uncomfortable stimuli to help shape behavior and to help you get up on time and not be rushed in the morning, or also stop chewing on your nails or chewing on a pencil or binging on your phone. There's a lot of things that this can help you with using good old classical conditioning. And this video is presented by Squarespace.com. Check the link below for a free trial. So yeah, it does shock you, and you can control how sharp or how bold the shock is. For some people that aren't wimps, it's not that bad, but for me, at 80, 90, 100%, the shock is... Especially if it hits the joint, it'll wake you up and give you a little bit of a sweat. It works. It's really cool, but it does a lot more. So in terms of aesthetics, it looks kind of like any other generic smart device or fitness tracker. It's not bad looking, and you can take off the band and put on a better one. The silicone band they give you is honestly not that good, and it has trouble staying tucked in, but you can customize it with just the quick release pins, which is pretty nice. And it will track your steps, and it's actually pretty accurate. On days that I wore this all day, it would usually get within like 7-8% of my Garmin, which I'll take it. Like, I'm not going to complain about 5 to 10% step tracking discrepancies. It's not a big deal. It'll also track your sleep, and it's not always the most reliable. Sometimes it'll tell me I get 4 hours of deep sleep, which would be great, but I know that's not true. And then also sometimes it won't stop on time, stuff like that. But it does track sleep, so it'll give you at least an approximation of your sleep quality and how your night of sleep went, stuff like that. But its primary function on top of those nice features is simply to shock you, whether it be manually by pressing the middle button and shocking yourself every time that you pick up your phone or eat junk food, and slowly you'll start to condition yourself to linking the shock with greasy food or whatever it is, to slowly start building a new behavior, breaking an old habit and building a new habit. And while that does work, and that is a aspect of this, I actually used it mainly just for getting out of bed and staying out of bed. See, they have a pretty cool app that's actually really functional, and for me, I use this with the alarm feature. So there's two options you can do this for getting out of bed. One is that you have to do jumping jacks in order to turn off the alarm on the watch, which is great. So the alarm goes off on here, and it has a little motion sensor, and it won't stop buzzing and beeping until you do X amount of jumping jacks that you set. Now, I found that it doesn't do a great job of counting, so I would always have to do like 15 or 20 extra jumping jacks, so you might want to put it on the lower end depending on what you're looking for. But there's nothing better than getting the blood flowing and starting the morning with 20, 30, 40 jumping jacks. It's an incredible way to prevent me from going back to sleep. I can take off the watch and stuff it under a drawer, but I know that that's totally defeating the point, and I know that these jumping jacks are going to be good for me. It's really great. And then you can also turn on the setting that if you try to hit the middle button to snooze your alarm, it'll shock you. That's great. And then there's a third option. You can print out a QR code and set it in a different room, maybe even outside depending on where you live, or maybe in a bathroom or kitchen or someone else's room, or downstairs or upstairs, whatever it is. You can't turn off the alarm until you scan that QR code on your phone, basically requiring you to separate and get away from your bed so that you're not tempted to get back in. They're phenomenal techniques for solving a problem that is oversleeping and rushing your morning routine and just honestly losing time, because snoozed time, unless you have 90 minutes for a full sleep cycle, every minute that you snooze is wasted time insofar as you're not getting any more rest, and there's no reason to stay in bed any longer unless you can get a full sleep cycle. So it really does just take away time that you could either get quality sleep by doing a whole nother 90 minutes or by doing something else, getting a good start to your morning and more. Now, I'm going to be completely honest, I don't actually know if you can buy this one. I got it on like kind of an early test release, not related to YouTube, just I signed up for the program. I don't know if they're quite selling the Pavlok 3, but you can get their other ones, and they sell some other products. And they also send you really great emails with great tips for building new habits or breaking old habits. And Pavlok's honestly a pretty good company, and I've gotten a lot of good advice from their emails and stuff like that. This is definitely something I like, getting out of bed and starting to build the habit of getting out of bed the moment my alarm goes off and not hitting the snooze unless I'm going for 90 minutes. And this isn't just for early birds. This is for anybody who wants to wake up when they wake up, and not an hour and a half later after snoozing and then being rushed, wasting that time, wasting that sleep opportunity. This is a really great tool. And if you're looking to build or break any other habit, whether it be like chewing your fingernails or watching things you shouldn't watch or whatever it may be, this thing can help you with that. And it may not be ultimately the best way of problem solving or the best way of training yourself, but it is a way, and it does work. And for me, for getting out of bed, this is a great tool to use, and hopefully I get to the point where I can get rid of this because I no longer need it. I can get out of bed, start my day when I want to, not when the lazy procrastinating side of me wants to. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on something like this. It is strange, it is bizarre, and it's really funny telling people that it's a shock watch or not telling them and letting them find out the hard way. That's pretty fun too. That's Pavlok 3. It's cool. I do recommend it. It's kind of funky. Let me know your thoughts. And make sure to check out Squarespace if you want to build a website for any need, whether you want to start a blog, a shop, a storefront, portfolio, a CV, anything. There's tons of use cases for this. It's simple, it's fast. Thanks for Squarespace for sponsoring this video. And by using the one-of-a-kind URL, squarespace.com/HarrisCraycraft, you're going to get a free trial, and then if you like it, 10% off. Browse free templates, start a blog, sell stuff, whatever you need.